The Justice Department under Trump is reportedly pushing prosecutors to target George Soros's foundation, and this raises serious questions about the politicization of law enforcement. If you've been paying attention to Donald Trump's recent public statements, it's clear he's been fixated on George Soros, the Hungarian-American philanthropist, mentioning him repeatedly during various Fox News interviews. But here's where it gets controversial. Trump has gone beyond mere rhetoric, urging legal action against Soros, accusing him of supporting violent protests, and even suggesting racketeering charges. These claims are not just unfounded, they're completely baseless. There is no credible evidence that Soros or the Open Society foundations have funded any violent demonstrations. Many dismissed Trump's accusations as empty political bluster, the kind of noise that often surrounds his public appearances. However, the real concern emerges when these wild allegations start influencing official government actions. That's why a recent report from the New York Times is so alarming. According to their sources, a senior official within the Justice Department has instructed more than 6 years. Instead, it appears that the department is acting on direct orders from the president to pursue criminal investigations against specific individuals or groups he views as adversaries. The memo was reportedly sent by Akash Singh, a lawyer in the Office of Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, to U.S. attorney offices in key locations including California, New York, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Detroit, and Maryland. This broad geographic scope suggests a coordinated effort rather than isolated inquiries. Normally, when allegations arise, it's important to assess them based on evidence and facts. But in this case, the premise itself is questionable. If these reports are accurate, the Justice Department's push isn't driven by credible proof of wrongdoing by Soros or his foundation. Instead, it's motivated by Trump's personal vendetta against a political opponent. When the highest levels of the Justice Department direct multiple U.S. attorney offices to embark on what essentially amounts to a fishing expedition, it crosses the line from law enforcement into blatant political manipulation. This kind of abuse of power is shocking, yet sadly not unprecedented. It echoes the Trump administration's previous efforts to retaliate against perceived enemies, such as former FBI Director James Comey, New York Attorney General Letitia James, Democratic Senator Adam Schiff, former CIA Director John Brennan, and even former President Joe Biden. The pattern is clear. Federal law enforcement agencies are being weaponized to settle political scores, undermining the rule of law and democratic norms. The consequences of this trend are deeply troubling. When justice becomes a tool for political retribution, it erodes public trust and threatens the very foundations of our legal system. The question we must ask ourselves is, how far will this politicization go? And what safeguards remain to protect impartiality? What do you think? Is this a necessary crackdown on powerful donors, or a dangerous misuse of government power? Share your thoughts and join the conversation below. Steve Bannon is a producer for The Rachel Maddow Show, editor of Maddow Blog, and a political contributor for MSNBC. He is also the best-selling author of Ministry of Truth, Democracy, Reality, and the Republicans' War on the Recent Past.